So we finally got a reveal for the 13th class of Blade and Soul. It's going to be a ranged class, it looks like. And honestly, it's called the Thunderer in Korea. So there's a lot of really interesting things about it. Basically, it's a class that has like a bunch of orbs they use. They use different type of magical powers. A lot of people are kind of speculating that this might be more of a support type of class where we'll have a bunch of like party buffs, maybe some party abilities, like just an overall really strong support class for dungeons and raids, mainly because we don't really have anything like that right now. The closest class that really could be considered like a healing support class is maybe like the Summoner, because they have some little bit of heals and party iframes. But this could be a new rank class with that type of ability. Now, we do know, of course, from this image here is going to be for the Lin. Now, for some reason, like a lot of people, if you hate the Lin race completely, you want to see all rats die, there is strong evidence that's going to be available for other races too in this trailer from a couple months back. Basically, you'll see right here. Honestly, at the time, a lot of people, including myself, thought it was for third specialization of the Force Master because it has type of lightning effects and everything in the trailer, but this is actually for the Thunderer class, aka the new 13th class coming out in Korea in June. So here's a trailer. Some of you guys might have already seen it. Actually, probably most of you guys have, but give a little refresher. Amazing music. There's the orb that it uses, as it's been revealed. They use orb type skills, a lot of magic abilities, range DPS. So basically from that trailer, you could kind of assume it's not only going to be for the Lin race, it's going to be for available other female races. Maybe the Yun like the Force Master has, maybe Jin. Not really sure yet, maybe even Gone female. Don't really know yet, but it's not going to be only for the Lin race, so don't worry about that. You can make your female character and not be a little rat. Now for Korea, the new class always comes out in June, so within the next week or two, we're going to actually get some gameplay footage very, very soon of the new class. And then in September, we always get the new class for the West, for North America and Europe. So we'll have like a 3-month period to check it out in Korea, see how it plays, see if it's something you want to main or re-roll to that new class. You definitely have time to watch a lot of videos on it, and I will make a lot of content reacting to it, checking it out. So hopefully you guys will stay tuned for that. Overall, I don't really know what type of abilities it's going to have. Some people have speculated it might be a support class. Some people say it might just be another ranged DPS class like the Archer. I'm hoping it's more of like a support class. I would love to see a class that is kind of unique, not just the same, DPS, ton of damage, broken new class like always. If it had like a bunch of really cool party abilities, I think that would be amazing. Even introduce new party abilities, because we always get kind of the rehashed either like a party buff or a class has like Alpha Call in another form. It's just like a new name. Like the Warlock, we had Soul Burn, and then the Warden, we have Soul Flare. It's essentially basically like the same buff, only a little bit different. So maybe they could add new buffs. I don't know how that would be balanced with the game, but I think it'd be a cool idea. In terms of them adding a new class, I feel like there is kind of a flaw in the fact that really I wish they would actually focus more on things that are more important. Number one really is class balance. There's a lot of class imbalance issues right now in Blade and Soul, especially with the third specialization, how some classes have it, some classes won't get it for another year or two. There's a lot of imbalances, especially even in PvP, where there's bigger issues. In PvE, it's not as bad, but definitely when you see an Archer in your party, or even a third spec Blade Master in your party, they're going to out DPS you, even if you guys have the same exact gear. So really, it's kind of interesting that they're going to be adding another class. A lot of people aren't really happy about this because they're saying, really, you should probably be working on the classes that are already kind of imbalanced instead of just adding another probably broken class into the midst. It's just kind of like throwing more classes in. Now, don't get me wrong, I always am excited for a new class to come out every year. It's pretty fun. But yeah, there is some class imbalances that could be addressed, and I don't really see them doing much in Korea about it. It's just kind of like every new class is really broken, every third specialization is really strong, and the rest of the classes that need buffs don't really get it. I'm looking at you, Warlock class, still no buffs anytime soon. And then the biggest one, the elephant in the room, is really Unreal Engine 4, where, I mean, I don't even know if it really exists for the live game, but if they're still working on it, even though it's radio silence, if they're still working on it, I feel like that should be the top goal. Not a new class, not a new raid, not a new 6-man dungeon. It should just be all hands on deck for Unreal Engine 4. I have so many people who want to jump back into the game, but they say, you know what, I'm not going to play again or invest any time into the game until they fix the terrible performance of it. Now, if they could actually fix that with Unreal Engine 4, they would see a big rush of new players and returning players. Now, how long they'll stay in the game, I don't really know, because there's a lot of pay to win still. There's a huge heavy grind for equipment. There's a lot of issues besides just the optimization. That's just one of them, kind of the biggest glaring one, because anytime you run a dungeon or a raid, you notice it. But I don't know how long they stay, but at least you would get some type of traction. You would have some new players entering the game, so returning players. At least there would be something. There'd be some hype. But I don't know. I just feel like they keep kind of adding new updates, and it's cool. They add new classes, but the foundation of Blade and Soul is still really bad. It's like it doesn't matter how many raids or dungeons or new classes you add. If the performance of the game is not good, I just feel like it's never going to really matter as much as it should. And so I just find it really a shame. I mean, I want to be hyped about the 13th class of Blade and Soul, but it's just like there's so many other issues that need to be addressed that it's kind of it's not as fun as it should be, honestly, in my opinion. But, you know, new class, that's what they're working on. Unreal Engine 4, no idea yet. Hopefully some type of update in Korea soon. But yeah, 13th new class looks like a range class. Let me know how you guys feel about this. Are you guys excited about it? Once we get some footage in the next couple of weeks from Korea, I definitely will cover it. And yeah, I'll share my thoughts on it. Anyways, appreciate you guys watching the video. Leave a like and comment below. Are you guys excited about this class? And I'm out.